Hi, I'm Bill Woodard. We're standing on Main Street in Carthage, Tennessee, in front of the beautiful historic Smith County Courthouse. Smith County is my home. It's a wonderful place to be, and we hope you enjoy today's show. So welcome to the September edition of the Smith County Chamber Corner. We have Miss Rachel Petty with UT Extension here with us today. And Rachel, I know there's a lot of good things going on over where you work there in South Carthage. So why don't you tell us what's happening?
Absolutely. So we are busy in Smith County 4-H like always. We are getting ready to go back into the classroom. So school has started back. We're letting the teachers get settled in, but we will start meeting clubs in September. So I've been doing a lot of in-school club planning lately. We're also doing forestry judging. So our forestry judging team competes. Well, actually this week as we're filming. So they compete in the regional contest. We've practiced for about a month. We're doing tree ID. So learning to determine all the different native trees in Tennessee. They've got a list of 60 that they learn, and then they'll be presented with 20 samples at the contest and have to be able to identify those. We're going over insects and diseases that are common to Tennessee trees, as well as learning to use a compass and do some pacing. So tracking distances by their pace. So learning a lot of really cool stuff, especially if any of them decide to go into natural resources careers, or it's really cool to take a hike through the woods and be able to know all the different trees that you're seeing.
Oh, yeah. I need to get you guys to come to my farm. I've been there all my life, and some of them I still don't know what they are.
Yeah, well, we've got a group that could tell you.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. What else? I know you've had some things in the past, like the fair is behind us, and you had a lot of good things going on. What else is happening?
So we're doing poultry judging to stick with judging teams. That's another contest that we're practicing for. So a lot of those students are in our chick chain project. So they got birds back in the spring and they've raised them, starting to have those laying hens now. They're about laying age. And so we're doing poultry judging where they're learning how to evaluate birds on what makes a good layer, how to evaluate the actual quality of the eggs. So we're taking flashlights and candling those eggs, checking them for quality, and learning all the different retail cuts of poultry too.
Okay, well now raising chickens, that's something. Do many of them continue with it after they go through the course?
So they do, or I'll say about half and half. We have some that bring all their birds to that auction that we have. They want to get rid of them, they tried it out. But we do have a lot of kids that do that year after year and kind of build a business out of it. We've had several 4-Hers who, have kind of created roadside stands at their house. They sell eggs to their friends and neighbors and make a little money off of it.
Yeah, well, there's always going to be a market for eggs, I think.
Absolutely.
Well, I was listening to some program on the radio the other day, and a lady was talking about exercise and about how important it is to us. And she said she started chicksercise. And what she did, she says, you have to get on your shoes and you have to lace them up and you got to get your gym clothes on and you got to drive to the gym. You get out and you do your exercise and then you go back home, change, and then you get ready to go to work. And she says, what I did is I bought me some chickens. And she says, I go out and I feed them. She says, I'm exercising with purpose now. And she talked like, she counted it up. And like when she was taking care of the chickens, she did like 20 squats during the day. And she walked so many miles during the day. And she was getting her exercise like that. So maybe somebody out there, they need to consider going into some type of a farming thing to get exercise.
Absolutely. So we're all about healthy living in the 4-H program. So yeah, that's a great point and a great connection.
Okay. Anything else happening?
So I think that's the high points. We'll be in the classroom soon. Got our judging teams going. We'll have our 4-H banquet coming up. We do know the date for our Chick Chain show and sale. It's going to be on September the 24th at the Ag Center. So if you are looking for some of those laying hens, we've got Barred Rock and Rhode Island Red birds, and they're the ones that the kids raise. So they are gentle to people, used to kids, and getting right at that good laying age. So we would love to see you come out at the Ag Center for that. And if you have any questions related to 4-H, to agriculture, or family and consumer sciences, you can always give our office a call at 615-735-2900.
All right. So if you've got dreams of becoming a chicken farmer, they can fix you up.
Absolutely.
All right. Now we're going to break away. We've got a young man, and he does a great job. You want to introduce him?
Yes. So a familiar face, I'm sure, to all of you on the Smith County Chamber Corner, Mr. Gabe Harville, our 2024-2025 4-H State Council President, one of our all-star Smith County 4-Hers. And here's his segment, In the Wild.
Hello, everybody. Gabe Harville here, and welcome to another episode of In the Wild. I'm here with Rosie today at Burgess Falls State Park in Sparta. Join us as we tour the park, tell about its rich history, and showcase the natural beauty of our state. Found on the Falling Water River, this state park is noted for its natural beauty and waterfalls that cascade down from over 250 feet in elevation. The last of these falls, the Big Falls, is the most spectacular, plunging more than 130 feet into the gorge. This place was originally populated by Native Americans, such as the Cherokee, Creek, and Chickasaw tribes, and they used the land as a hunting ground until a 19th century grist mill and sawmill began operation. This river was used to generate hydroelectric power for the city of Cookeville from 1928 to 1944. In 1973, however, it became a designated Tennessee State Natural Area, protecting the diverse forest and aquatic habitats the falls offers. Before you visit Burgess Falls, please note that there is no access to the base of the falls from the park. There is no designated swim area at Burgess Falls, and the park experiences high visitation. However, even with large numbers of people, it is still an excellent destination for bird watching, hiking, and other outdoor activities. It's this dam that keeps Burgess Falls' tumbling waterfall going all year round. It's also an excellent place to catch some fish. Along with largemouth bass and smallmouth bass, another target fish of many fishermen in the area is the red-eye bass, commonly called the Coosa bass. Coosa bass are native to the Conasauga River system in extreme southeast Tennessee. However, they have been introduced to the Falling Water River just below the dam at Burgess Falls, and they are thriving. Besides from these three black bass species, anglers can also catch common carp, rock bass, and even other animals, like this northern water snake I happen to catch. Burgess Falls is just one of 58 state parks located within Tennessee. With so many options found throughout the state, these state parks are just waiting to be explored by you. Burgess Falls certainly is a beautiful place, and for folks in the Upper Cumberland region, not too far from home. I hope you've all enjoyed this episode today, and until next time, I hope to see you in the wild. Burgess Falls certainly is a beautiful place, and for folks in the Upper Cumberland region, not too far from home. I hope you've all enjoyed this episode today, and dang it, I was going so good. I hope you've all learned a little something in this episode and enjoyed it. And until next time, just restart. Oh yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed this episode today, and until next time, I hope to see you in the wild.
Well, Peyton Broyles came by. You're with Bank Tennessee, right?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay. Well, I know you got some great things going on down there, and we love getting you on the Chamber Show here to let you kind of tell people what you can do. So go ahead, and if you want to reintroduce yourself and let them know kind of what you do down there and then what you can do at the bank.
Yes, sir. I am Peyton Broyles. I'm the new manager at Bank Tennessee. Started there in March of this year. We're looking forward to continue to grow in the local communities. It's been a blessing so far, and we're thankful for the opportunity.
Yeah, well, now, what are some of the things that you offer down there? It's a full-service bank, right?
Full-service bank, yes, sir, from deposits to loans, just for coming in and talking every now and then, just to be the personal person that we can, people rely on to help them everyday activities.
Okay, so if they want to come in and open a checking account or if they want to have a savings.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people I don't know if a lot of people are looking for house loans right now, but that's, as the economy ebbs and flows, that's something that happens. And so you guys do house loans?
Yes, sir, we do. We've seen a lot of home equity loans here currently. Mm-hmm. People are sort of scared to get out of their primary mortgage, which makes sense. So they've been coming to us for a junior lien on their house, which is a home equity line of credit. So we've been helping families, get some extra, cash that way. Allows them to use their home as collateral, and they can use those funds for whatever they need to.
Okay. Well, now, when you come into the bank, you're not the only one. This is a branch, and Bank Tennessee is all over the state. Is that right?
Yes, sir. So our team currently, right now, we have 5 people. We have myself, Eddie Sykes, Andrina Baker, Maggie Enoch, Emma Mofield, and Nancy Brooks. So we have a small team there that I like to consider our little family. We have 3 branches currently in Middle Tennessee. Their first branch was Lebanon. We have also Carthage, and then we have Gallatin that opened this year.
Okay.
So we're based out of West Tennessee, but we have 3 branches in Middle Tennessee. So it's expanding here, and it's a blessing to be here.
Okay. And if a person wants to come in, what are your hours?
Our hours are 8 to 4 Monday through Thursday, and 8 to 5 Monday through or on Friday.
Okay. And then you might want to give them the address just in case.
Yes, sir. It is 936 Upper Ferry Road, Carthage, Tennessee.
And a phone number.
Our number is 615-735-9805.
Okay. Well, Peyton, thank you very much for coming by. And folks, if you want to talk to Peyton about anything from a checking account all the way to a house loan, you can help him out.
That's right. Appreciate the opportunity, Bill.
All right.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
It's always good to have folks from the Drug Prevention Coalition come. Kayla Franklin. And what is your title down there?
I'm a prevention coordinator.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure you got some things going on. So you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have Walk for Recovery again this year coming up on September 26th at 6:30 at the Rails to Trails. We're going to just have some food and a lot of fun. Usually we have like glow sticks. It's a family event. So we're excited to have this again.
The last time I was over there, they had an arch and they just really had a big time and a lot of people there and everything. And you're celebrating people that have went through the programs and recovery. Is that right?
Yeah. We're celebrating recovery in general. Yes.
Okay. I know you have the drug take backs, and if people have drugs, like for instance, I've got some prescriptions at my house that I probably need to bring over now because, I haven't used them and they kind of went out of date. Mm-hmm. But those take backs are where?
They are at Carthage City Hall, the Gordonsville Police Department, and they're also at the Sheriff's Department.
Okay. And of course, you do a general take back at what, Walmart?
Yes. We normally do those in October and sometimes in the spring and April, but the other locations are year round. You can go anytime and drop your medication off.
Okay. And no questions asked. Just put them in a baggie and drop them in.
Yes. They like for you not to add liquid to it, but if you do, they'll sort it out.
They'll figure it out then some way. Okay. You work primarily in the schools, or is that a good statement? Primarily in the schools?
Yes. So I work. My grant covers primary prevention. So we want to reach the students before they become addicted. So that's what mostly I do. I'm going to a school this afternoon too.
Okay, and so you're working in the schools, but if someone's an adult and they need help, they can call down there and you guys can help them too. You have programs for that as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. So we have a ROPES program, Regional Overdose Prevention Specialists. They train for overdose reversal. We encourage even people that are still in active addiction not to use alone, to carry Narcan. We also have a Lifeliner, and he is able to do like peer support. He's able to do get people into treatment centers, transitional living homes, things like that.
Okay, so there's quite a few things that you can do to help people. If somebody's got a drug-related situation, then you guys can come to the rescue, so to speak.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, that is wonderful. Now, how do they get in touch with you? How do they find out about you guys?
So our office is right next to Domino's, but also our phone number is 615-588-1622.
Okay, and do you guys have like a Facebook or a web presence?
Yep, we have Facebook and Instagram. You can reach us on at Smith County Drug Prevention Coalition on Facebook. So
okay, well, we really appreciate what you guys do in the county because unfortunately there are a lot of folks out there that really need this kind of help, and they get on things that they can't get loose from themselves.
That's right. Thank you.
All right. Well, keep working in the schools, and hey, anything you ever need, we'll be there.
Thank you so much.
All right. One of our chamber members is called the Rogue and the Raven, and we're sitting here with Stephanie Winfrey. And Stephanie, this is your store, right?
Yep.
Okay, now we were downstairs for some of the taping of it, and that was the game room. And my understanding is you have like, well, I saw a Pac-Man down there. What other games do you have down there?
So downstairs we have a slate pool table, air hockey, foosball, skee ball, and 4 different arcade machines. All of them have multiple games on them. One is a classic, so it's got the classics like Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Dig Dug, things like that. We have one that is hooked up to a TV that has over 150 games on it, and then we've got Street Fighter and a space arcade game that has multiple on it. We also have a TV that you can hook up Nintendo Switches and play with your friends.
So you could bring your Switch and they could have battles or whatever they do with that, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Okay. And folks, if you're like me, maybe I'll tell my grandchildren about this, but downstairs the game room, it's what, $5 for the day?
Yeah, $5 for the day. Everything's on free play.
Okay, so that's a real bargain, and if they want to come to town, or like if you want to go shop or something, maybe you could leave the kids down there if they're old enough.
Yeah, they have to be 13 or up to be on their own. If they're under 13, they have to be with a responsible party.
Yeah, okay.
And it is monitored 24/7 with cameras. So.
All right. Now, you have an entirely different store here on the upper level, right? This is for board games, like we're sitting here at one of the playing surfaces. Is that right?
Yeah. So this is a playing surface for Warhammer. Warhammer is a miniatures-based game. Other games that are played here are games like Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, things like that. So we've got a play space for that, and we also sell board games and card games and role-playing games and things like that up front.
Okay, and the only one I recognized was Pokemon, and somebody said Yu-Gi-Oh! A while ago, and I recognized that. But otherwise, I don't know about these, but I'm sure you have a younger clientele than us 70-year-olds, right?
I don't know. You'd be surprised. We've got some older people that come in here.
And do board games.
Mm-hmm. Well, some of them do D&D and stuff. It's been around for 50 years. It just celebrated its 50th anniversary this year.
Is that which one is that?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, really? I didn't not know that. That's interesting. Yeah. Well, you sell cards, and it's sort of gifts you've got that would be, in my opinion, toward a younger crowd. But you've got some gifts and things that you can sell back here in your gift section, right?
Yeah. So we've got all kinds of things for anything board game. We also have collectibles. We also have some metaphysical merchandise like candles and incense and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you keep your hours are a little bit different than stores here on the street. What kind of hours do you keep?
So on Monday and Tuesday, we are closed currently. You can rent the store for like birthday parties and stuff like that on those days. On Wednesday, we open at 2 and close at 8. Thursday, we open at noon and close at 9 or later. So we'll stay open up to 2 hours later if people are here playing. Friday and Saturday, we are 10 to 10 or later. Same principle, we'll close at midnight if people are still here playing. And Sunday, we are noon to 8.
Okay. So you've got some available hours there if somebody wants to come in and they've got a group of friends. And what you do in the board games here is it might be a group of people that know each other and they come here and they meet here to play. Is that right?
Yeah, sometimes people just come in and they're like, I want to play Magic, and they'll just come sit with whoever. It's a lot of friendships have been made here. Some relationships have been made here. So it's a place where people get to meet people, which doesn't exist much anymore.
Okay.
And we pride ourselves on making sure our customers are friendly to other people.
Okay. So in other words, there's rules and regs, especially with a younger crowd. I guess you need to have that.
Yeah. Pretty much the only rule is be kind. So as long as you're kind, and we have like anybody in here, pretty much if somebody comes in and they're like, I want to learn something, they'll teach them.
Well, my mama had that rule many years ago, so that's a good one. Okay. If I guess that explains everything about the board games and everything. Like if they have questions, do you have a Facebook page or do you have some way from them? Where are you at?
Yeah. So we've got everything. We've got Facebook, Instagram. We've got a website. We have a Discord. If you're a gamer, you can join our Discord. The link to that is on our website, and everything's pretty easy. It's just the Rogue and Raven. You search that on any platform and you're going to find us. Okay.
So if they want to know hours or anything like that or what you carry, then they can find that online as well.
We also have a phone number. It's 615-709-3007.
Okay. Well, if you're into gaming or board games or you just want to take some time and look around, it'd be a good place to come. Stephanie, thank you. They're on Main Street in Carthage. We're at Treehouse Treasures, and we've run into some ladies here, and each one of you have a shop here in Treehouse Treasure. And so we're going to start over here and introduce yourself and tell them a little something about what you have here.
I'm Debbie Widener, and basically what I sell is what makes me happy, what attracts people, what is nostalgic and brings back memories, and just kind of a mixture of the old and new.
Okay, and just pass that on down.
Hi, my name is Patty Sheehan, and there is everything here that you'd want to see. In my little shelf, I have some eclectic things. I do a little sewing, I do a little junking, and there's everything here, and there's money to be spent here, and you can spend $1 or you can spend more. But it is a fun place to be, and I thank you very much.
Okay, I'm not going to be as long as she is, or as long as she did. But I'm Joyce Silcox, and I have just recently opened up a booth here. So I specialize in painted furniture, glassware, knickknacks, whatever. So we just love doing this, and that we don't get a lot out of it, but we love doing it. So, all right, I'm going to pass it on to Rita.
No.
Oh.
My name is Tracy Woodard, and I'll just say I work uptown at Citizens Bank and have been there for 27 years. My little shelf is just kindly little antique knickknacks. Some of them is jewelry, but I just enjoy coming in and seeing what everybody makes and sells, and just seeing what I can take home that I don't need.
Okay, and now we're to Miss Rita Key. Now, this is your building, and you rent spaces to these ladies and other folks, too. Is that right? Okay, yeah, hold that up a little higher. And, okay, how did you get involved in this, or how did you get started? How long have you been doing this?
Well, I actually had one booth at a little shop over in South Carthage, and I had it for like 2.5 years, and then here I am.
Okay, so
that was the first booth I'd ever had, and now 2.5 years later, I've got my own store.
So it's bloomed into your own store, and we appreciate you being a chamber member, by the way, as well. I know we had a ribbon cutting here not too long ago,
Right.
and the place looked pretty full then. It looks like maybe you've gained some more stuff since then.
We have, and we've got vendors that wanted bigger space and some that wanted to downsize. So, and we've also got a little room for other vendors to come in, like a couple more bookshelves to fill, maybe one more floor space to fill. But other than that, we are pretty much full.
Okay, well, now, if somebody wanted to come over and bring something that either they're making or they have to sell, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can contact me through our Facebook page, Treehouse Treasures page, or I have a phone that you can call, 615-735-7494. Sometimes we do buy things from customers that bring it in that want to sell it. It just depends on what they have and if we feel like we have a need for it.
Okay, so if somebody wants to rent a booth, or if they have something that maybe they want to come by and you can kind of tell them what it's worth, that you can do that for them. Well, Rita, thank you very much, Miss Rita Key, and this is Treehouse Treasures. And ladies, thank you for talking with us. We appreciate that. And if you're out there and you're looking for something pretty, I can guarantee you it's in this store. Okay, we hope you have enjoyed our show today. We had several things that were going on. I want to go through some of the others that we didn't mention. Over at the depot, they have several shows that are coming up. And September the 14th, Tim Massey, Prints and Drawings. And there's an example of that here on the Carthage Junction Depot page, and you can go and look at that. And he's got some really nice stuff. So September the 14th, Tim Massey Prints and Drawings. October the 12th is the local Arthur Showcase, and that's October the 12th. Then November the 9th, they have an art crawl that starts there. And then December the 7th, they've got a gingerbread house competition and a visit with Santa, and that's December the 7th. And that's over at the Carthage Junction Depot, and if you have wondering where that's at, you just go into South Carthage, and before you get to the ball fields over there at Crump Parish Park, the depot is on the right-hand side if you're coming toward Carthage. And so just go over there and visit with those folks. These art shows are becoming quite popular, and they're usually there. They're there all day on a Saturday on the days that they're open. foster care auction October the 19th at the Smith County Ag Center. And this is a wonderful event. They have food there, and Mr. Digger Poindexter does an auction, and they raise money for foster children that are here in the county. And what that is, Department of Children's Services, they have kids that have, for whatever reason, they're not with their family and they're in foster care. And so what they do is they raise money for gifts and things like that, because sometimes kids that are in foster care, they don't have the things that other children have. And so it's kind of a labor of love for them. And they raise quite a bit of money there, and they use every bit of it. And there's some wonderful people that work in that. I know Miss Cindy Hawkins is the one that heads up the committee, and they do a great job. And if you're a business here and you want to donate an item to be auctioned, you can do that and just call us at the chamber. Call Miss Cindy over at Smith County Bank in Gordonsville, or you can call Digger Poindexter, any of those, and we'll make sure that the gift gets to them for the auction. But I would encourage you to come to that and make an evening of it. It's actually quite enjoyable. There's a lot of things there for you to do. Then we've got a haunted attraction October Fridays and Saturdays, and November 1st and 2nd, and it's called Nightmare on Marina Lane. And this is at 160 Marina Lane, Carthage, Tennessee. And of course, that's at the Defeated Creek Marina. And those guys they have a lot of fun up there, and they enjoy Halloween, and they put that on, and it's something that you can just go up there and enjoy. And I don't know if you've been to the Creekview Cafe, but if you haven't had a chance to go up there and eat, they have a wonderful food, and they put on a good event there. And then we have in November the 15th and 16th, Hometown Christmas Village. And this is taking place over at the Ag Center. And they're going to have Santa there. And there's a lot of things that you can buy and look at. And they've done this for a couple of years now. And if you haven't been to that, you need to go. And that's the Ag Center on November the 15th and the 16th. And so go by there and see them at that. And, of course, I waited till the last. I want to mention toward the end of this month and the end of this show, it'll be on the 28th is William Walton Days. And so we'd like to have you to come by. I know we had a segment earlier that talked about it quite a bit and told you what was going on. But we would like you to come by on September the 28th. It starts at about 10 o'clock, and it ends with the Harvest Queen pageant at about 5 o'clock, and we've got vendors and all kind of things going on. So you take the time to come by here on a Saturday, and this year is 225th anniversary of Smith County. So we've got some special things going on like we talked about earlier. So we hope you enjoyed today's show. And if you ever have any questions about anything that we advertise on here, call us at 615-735-2093, or you can look us up on Facebook, or we have a web page, and it's called smithcountychamber.org. And we also have a tourism page, and it's called visitsmithcountytn.com. And if you've got somebody that's out of county here or out of state, and they want to find out about what's going on in Smith County, then that's a good place for them to go. And then lastly, I'd like to mention one other thing. We're going to have a Smith County Experience Smith County magazine coming out here just shortly, and you'll be able to come by and pick them up, and you can present them to anybody that's looking for things to do in Smith County. And it's good for people that live outside the county. It's also good for people that are inside the county, because it tells you a lot of the amenities that we have here, a lot of things that you can do that you may not know about. So we hope you enjoyed the show. May God bless you, and we'll see you next time.